And here at Elland Road, it's a very sunny, very sunny day, but a cold day, a perfect day for football. The ground in fine condition for football. And this is the first visit that Southampton have ever made to Elland Road in the First Division. Because, as you remember, Southampton got promotion from the Second Division for the first time in their history at the end of last season, and so far have done extremely well this season. They've averaged almost a point a game, which is pretty good for a newly promoted side.
When Match of the Day viewers were first introduced to Southampton, their team included names like David Webb at right back, Tony Knapp at centre-half, long-serving Terry Payne, the balding Jimmy Melia, and a deadly striking duo of Martin Chivers and Ron Davis, the brilliant Welsh international centre-forward who would score more First Division goals for Southampton than any other player. Here, he punished Don Reeves' Leeds at Elland Road.
Chivers, Payne on his right, Davis beginning to go down the middle. Melia. Chivers, and a beautiful save by Harvey from Chivers. Thompson to take the corner. Davis, a goal! And Ron Davis has done what we saw him do at Cardiff last week. After 28 minutes of the second half, number 9, Ron Davis, the Welsh international, has put Southampton in the lead. Giles, another high-floated one, and in moves Charlton. And even the whole goal shook as McFarlane crashed into the post.
Well, that was a splendid game of football, wasn't it? Even though we did only see one goal. And full marks to the Southampton team for the way their defensive football withstood all that Leeds United threw at them. Really thrilling stuff.
Welcome to the Dell at Southampton, the scene of this highly important First Division game, which Southampton must win and thereby ensure a place in the First Division for at least another season, and which, if Nottingham Forest win, they may still have a chance, albeit a very slight one, of becoming the First Division champions. Now, the Southampton side, Southampton team playing the dark shorts, have two England men, number 7, number 10 Melia in the middle line with their 4-3-3 formation. The man all eyes will be on is number 9 Ron Davis, the Welsh international, who, despite Southampton's struggle against relegation, has been popping in the goals with amazing regularity this season. Free kick. Payne to take the free kick. Now he must expect him to try and float it to the far post for Davis or for Chivers. And a great one by Chivers. There's more. Forrest. Newton was a wee bit slow and he's hurt, and away goes Chivers. By Chivers, that ball was bouncing, bobbing up and down. And more. Brindley. Chivers. Melia. Payne taking over. Oh, good ball to Melia. And he's getting that penalty. And Payne to take the penalty. Men of iron nerve. Drummond must go back on his line. He can't stand a yard forward. 2-1. But Payne scores the penalty that might keep Southampton in the First Division.
Indeed it did, and within 2 years the Saints were established as a First Division force with a team which qualified for Europe. It included Big John McGrath at centre-half, the energetic Jimmy Gabriel, original wingers in Terry Payne and John Sydenham, and at number 9 a Wiltshire boy called Mike Shannon, who became Southampton's record scorer.
Bond to take the corner. Morgan again available for the short one if necessary. England number 5 up for the high one. Gilzine. What a great flick by Alan Gilzine. The ball played short to the near post. The angle so acute as to be almost impossible, but you've got to blame the goalkeeper there for not covering that near post. Payne. Payne has not really been able to get into this match at all. Bond. Spurs playing it a bit too tight at the back. It's too close. Gabriel. Spurs being caught too often in possession in this second half, trying to slow the game down. They're slowing it down so much, and Southampton are finding them all the time. Payne. Good ball. Gabriel. Yes. Stokes. Morgan laying it back to Watt. There's Gilzine. Greaves. And McGrath getting a touch. Greaves. And even when Jimmy Greaves is out of form, he doesn't miss those.
By the time the return match was played at White Hart Lane the following January, it was football in colour.
To Davies! And a good goal!
In November 1971, just a week after losing 8-0 at Everton, the Saints faced a rampant Manchester United at the Dell.
George Best. Dowling moving ahead of him. Kidd on the left. The long cross, although McElroy now moving to the near post. Best! Sammy McElroy. Morgan. If he can put it back, he's got Best and McElroy! Sammy McElroy the scorer. Charlton. Best! Terry Payne to take it, faced by now a two-man wall. Gabriel up! Jenkins. Joe Kirkup letting the ball run for the angle, but let it run too much. Morgan. Goes McElroy again, running out to the right. Kidd on the far post. Best near in. Denny made it. To Payne. Gabriel moving outside him. Shannon going on the near post for the cross. Davis is further over. Gets the header. Davis gets it in. Ron Davis following it in. Alan Dowling moving up this side as we look. Charlton's backflip. Kids!
5-2 to United. By now, Southampton were almost guaranteed to give the cameras a goal feast, one way or the other. A few weeks later, West Ham were the visitors.
Bonds. Good effort! Oh, fine goal by Bonds! Martin not very happy, but Bonds is. Nicely floating ball, Best! Oh, what a good goal! You cannot play statues when this West Ham attack is on song. Ball to put it back to Brooking, beaten by Byrne. Payne and Hurst. Calmly played by Payne, but he gives it away. Brooking. Davies up to help Jenkins. I think he may well have to go it alone. Yes, he does! There's a penalty given! Bobby Ferguson to face Jimmy Gabriel. Classic example of sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Shannon. So Mick Shannon makes it 3-2. And West Ham will ask how he managed to get the header from that sort of angle round his man. Payne. Shannon. First time wanted. Little turn was enough for Moore to get a dig in. This is Payne. Gives away one. Oh, what a good goal by Terry Payne. He's ecstatic and so are they. A moment then when Shannon looked as though he needed the first time shot. It seemed he'd given Moore the chance to intercept, but he got it through to Payne, who made space in the box to score. 3-3.
No long-standing match of the day viewer will forget this episode. The day Southampton were hung, drawn and quartered at Elland Road. Leeds beat them 7-0 and wouldn't even give them a touch of the ball.
To say that Leeds are playing with Southampton is the understatement of the season. Poor Southampton just don't know what day it is. Every man jack of this Leeds side is now turning it on. Oh, look at that! It's almost cruel. The Elland Road crowd are lapping it up. For the second home match running, Leeds United are turning on a brilliant show, and the other team are just not on the park.
Southampton licked their wounds until they got Leeds back to the Dell the following season. This time, Billy Bremner's back heels backfired.
Shannon.
Almost got through to Shannon. O'Neill again. Good effort! Beautiful goal! Brian O'Neill, the scorer. He very, very nearly got Shannon through, but when he was denied, the ball came back to him again, and really a beautifully hit shot curling into the top corner. His fourth league goal of the season. Well, he put that away as clean as a whistle. Stokes. Another lovely back heel. It's Shannon against Hunter. Bremner coming back to help. Shannon.
But even Mike Shannon was powerless to prevent Southampton's roller coaster ride the following season. Under new manager Laurie McMenemy, the Saints crashed from 5th place in December to relegation, despite signing Peter Osgood and making a defiant farewell gesture at Goodison Park.
Lyons using the arms. Still Shannon. Here's Gilchrist. Osgood closing in. And that's his first goal for Southampton. Peter Osgood has scored at last in his 10th game. Fisher.
It was a good run and he's onside. It's Shannon. And it's 2-0 for Southampton. No wonder Laurie McMillan is delighted. O'Neill. Shannon. Two players just behind him in support. But that was an even better ball. Here's O'Neill. It was a fair shot! And a lovely goal by Brian O'Neill! David Lawson can't believe it. 3-0 Southampton.
Saints fans couldn't believe it either. Despite that handsome victory on the last day of the season, they finished 20th in the First Division, the first victims of the 3-up and 3-down rule. So, after 8 seasons in the top grade, it was back to high-scoring Second Division football at the Dell.
Osgood got the flick, and the referee says a penalty, challenged by Troy on Mick Shannon. The goal coming in the 20th minute. Shannon, Stokes, and the goal coming absolutely out of nothing. Holmes, Stokes, Osgood for Holmes, and number 3. Nice stuff between Osgood and McCalliog. Comes Rodrigues. Shannon. Nicely inside his man. But will he finish it? Yes, he does. So the revenge complete, and that little sign then by Mick Shannon. Perfect summary of his goal. Kerr. Peach. McCalliog. Nice ball to Shannon. Still Shannon. Osgood! That's his first here. His first of the season. Shannon. Beautifully inside to Gilchrist. Far post is Holmes. And that's number 2. By Clark. Gilchrist to Osgood. Fine save, but Osgood will make it now. You can't do it right first time, do it in spectacular style second. That's the story of that goal. Shannon leaning on, being pulled. There was a lean, there was a push, there was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but when he put it up to try and knock it in, his legs were taken away, it seemed, by Montgomery. Mick Shannon gets the chance to get into the scoring sheet. Oh, and a good save! And twice! Tremendous stop. Cheesley, already moved well past Steele and past Beach. Sweeney in the middle, and the far post, Tom Ritchie. Now McCalliog. That's meant for Osgood too. And 2 went for it, Stokes missed it and Holmes didn't. Nicky Holmes the scorer, and Southampton have pulled one back, pretty much out the blue.
Unlikely too was Saints' FA Cup adventure that season. Just 60 seconds from defeat against Villa in the third round, they found themselves in the quarter-final.
4 in the Bradford wall. Cook making it 5 because the kick is nearly central. That was 6 now. McCalliog. So simple. A touch of class is what was required, and that's what Southampton produced. As cheeky a free kick as you would like to see. Peter Osgood just knocked the ball up, and Jim McCalliog volleyed it over the wall and past the surprise Downsborough.
Manager McMenemy's profile was rising fast. Although Southampton were still in the second division, he brought the Saints marching into Wembley. Goalkeeper Ian Turner had followed the manager to the Dell from Grimsby. Captain Peter Rodrigues, a free transfer from Sheffield Wednesday. Left-back David Peach, McMenemy's first signing for Southampton. Nick Holmes, Southampton born and bred, reliable and versatile. Centre-half Mel Blythe, a bargain at £60,000 from Crystal Palace. His defensive partner, Jim Steele, a rumbustious Scot. Paul Gilchrist, scorer of the winning goal in the semi-final against Crystal Palace. Mike Shannon, 45 England caps in 15 years at the Dell. Peter Osgood, signed from Chelsea, with talent to burn. Jim McCalliog, another skillful crowd pleaser signed by McMenemy. Bobby Stokes, the biggest Wembley hero of them all. And substitute Hugh Fisher, whose goal rescued Saints in the third round and put them on the road to Wembley, where against Manchester United they gave their supporters a priceless moment to cherish forever.
McCalliog to Stokes, who's onside. 1-0. Southampton go mad. And on the bench they celebrate. And Stokes, by scoring the first goal in this final, wins for himself a car. And he said he'd already booked driving lessons. Now, was he offside when that ball was played? They'll complain for years possibly about that. The man to the Queen congratulates the Southampton captain, and Peter Rodrigues, 32 years old, the man who came back from being given away by Sheffield Wednesday, salutes the Southampton supporters and lives this moment of triumph.
It was the club's proudest hour. That exquisite through pass from Jim McCalliog to Bobby Stokes enabled Southampton to win the FA Cup for the first time in their 91-year history. Modest Stokes, virtually unheard of before or since, was famous for a day.
I've missed 20 in the last 3 games, so I thought I'd stick one away for the boys, you know.
Why did you feel so confident you were going to score today?
Well, as I say, I've had so many chances in the last 3 or 4 games, and today was the one that came to for us, really.
Well, you were in fact the top shot today. You had 4 shots at goal in that game. Do you realise that?
4 in a cup final. No, mate, yeah, I'm pleased for the boys, great.
Right, can we have Laurie McMenemy, the big lad himself, come round that way, and his wife Anne here, and just look there, it's a very lovely moment for you, and an emotional moment for you. May I just have one word from his wife? And when Laurie was under pressure at the start of the season, did you feel that very much at home? Did you feel the big man sinking a little bit and maybe feeling he hadn't got what it takes?
I've always believed he has what it takes to be. You know, I'm just pleased it's paid off for him because I think he deserves it and all the lads deserve it because they've worked very hard.
Yeah. So you've always had the utmost confidence?
Yes, always.
We have too, of course.
Thanks, Jimmy.
But Laurie, what about it?
Well, it's a smashing day, a smashing feeling. You know, they have worked hard. I've been up their backs, some of them, and I expected them to be less than choir boys at times, because if you've got a lot of ability and a lot of flair, your lads are going to go off the boil and they're going to do it at odds and ends. And I've had very little trouble with them that way. But the thing was that the writers and the pundits, I'm not criticising them, they weren't expected to know what we could do because they don't see us enough. They're watching the first division, and I think we surprised them, but I was very surprised that some of them didn't even bother to ring me this week. You know, they didn't come, no, I'm serious, Jim, they didn't even come to see me. and I couldn't accept this at all. And I only hope they don't explain it away by saying Manchester United didn't play well, or it's a tragedy for football.
Tommy Docherty was very good about that.
I'll tell you what, Tommy Docherty rang the hotel, and the lads don't even know this yet. He rang the hotel, and he had a hard job to find me. They were all over the hotel, and he just wanted to tell me how he felt for me personally. And then he rang the chairman, and he said he felt so good, and he actually said that he was saying it through the tears in his eyes. And you understand it, and I understand that. And I tell you what, that fella has been tremendous all day long, and that club has his one. And it's the end for me of a perfect day.
It meant that the McMenemys and Southampton could enjoy another day out at Wembley the following August, when the Saints met First Division champions Liverpool in the Charity Shield.
Callaghan. Keegan, little touch ball. Toshak! Oh! Fine goal. The old firm at it again.
After the champagne of Wembley, Southampton found Second Division football rather flat beer. It needed the taste of the FA Cup to get the Saints intoxicated again. They began their defence of the trophy against Chelsea.
It was positive from Stanley. Here's Lewington. Good ball to Britain, who finds Locke. 3 in the middle for Chelsea, the 4th one going there now. Still Locke. Good try! Oh, what a fine goal! Gary Locke. Osgood was up well there, and it's there by Shannon. That's the partnership that mattered there. Osgood and Shannon.
Southampton won the replay at Stamford Bridge, then drew at Nottingham Forest in the 4th round. It was Steve Williams who put them ahead in the replay, a precocious Londoner who was to become an accomplished midfield player, eager to learn from Alan Ball, who McMenemy had now signed from Arsenal, resurrecting Ball's career and freshening up the Southampton side. Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest were pushing for promotion and equalised at the Dell through Tony Woodcock. But it was another astute, experienced McMenemy signing who steered Saints through. Ted McDougall had come from Norwich with a scoring record as long as your arm, and he showed Southampton supporters a goal touch that raised hopes of a return to Wembley. McDougall's goal put Saints through to the 5th round, where they renewed their cup acquaintance with Tommy Docherty and Manchester United. A 2-2 draw at the Dell meant a replay at Old Trafford.
United in the white shorts. Pearson coming across. Macari got the back flick, and Jimmy Greeno scores! Shannon on for Steve Williams. If he can pull it back, he's got McDougall far post, and the referee says penalty. Williams brought down by Buchan, trying to get the angle. Let's look at that again. Steve Williams going away. He went away well. Buchan came across. And what did the skipper play? When he caught his legs after touching perhaps the ball first, Peach with a chance of putting them in at half-time level. Did it on Saturday and does it again. Did it in the first match and sends Stepney the wrong way in the replay. McElroy. Hill. Houston. Macari. Pearson, Greenough, and it was deflected and it's in! Wells trying to adjust his feet. Jimmy Greenough celebrates again.
Revenge for United. For Southampton, promotion was now the priority. They had to wait until the following season.
The ball certainly being pushed around in the wet. It's well taken by Greenwood, and a useful cross too, and a fine goal scored by Rowell. Dougal on the near post. Osgood didn't make it, but Nicol following up did. Round number 11. Met by Lee! Fine near post header. Ball. And given against Ashurst. It's Williams. Pick out a man. Picks out McDougall. Boyer! 2-2. Peach. Osgood could knock that back. Eventually. Nice shuffle. Nicely done between the two. Williams. Oh! Williams delighted. Siddall just the reverse. Ball let it go with some nonchalance. Here is McDougall. Oh, what a terrible mess. And Holmes puts it in.
Nick Holmes was one of only 2 members of the cup-winning team to still be a regular in the side that won promotion 2 years later, David Peach the other. Saints did it in style, playing entertaining football home and away. New names in the side included centre-half Chris Nicholl and forward Phil Boyer.
There's Wardrum pulling away at the back, Kindon going on well, and just a touch, yes! So Kindon scoring after 5 minutes. Ingham. Thompson. Scott. 4 Burnley players ahead. And put in by Cochrane. Holmes, 1 flick, 2 flicks, here's McDougall! Steve Kindon is second of the match.